Welcome to the Horror Junkies Podcast, the podcast where we discuss all things horror. I'm your host, Mike.
Tiny Rick.
And we have two excellent guests in the studio with us today. Back on the show, we have Alex.
Hello.
We have Sarah.
What is up?
Excellent night for two guests.
You ever just sit in your balls?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Every day.
Every day, Violet? How about you? Yeah, every day?
Every day.
right now.
Yeah. It happens, man.
God, Justin.
Literally, physically, metaphorically, hypothetically, existentially.
Spell
Whatever.
that.
I don't want to right now.
Okay.
All right, good. Well, welcome to the show, everyone. We have a pretty cool show planned out for you. It's our guest topic. That works.
Yeah,
right?
it's a new thing we're doing. We have a guest on there that they have to plan our show.
They have to plan our show, so we don't have to do it
because we're lazy shits.
Everyone that wants to go on the show, I'm like, all right, just give us a topic and come on. And I'm just like, because I don't want to make up a topic for you.
And I'm done doing it.
Just my level of creating episodes is like at 99%.
Yeah.
And
shit, what are we gonna do next week?
I don't know.
How about we finish this episode?
Let's just finish this one before we get into next week.
I know what we're gonna do next week.
But we're sick. All right, so we're discussing four movies, not two. We're talking about four movies.
We're
talking about Funny Games, the 1997 release, and the Funny Games US, the 2007 release, because it was a decade after. And then we're talking about Somos Lo Que Hay, released in 2010.
Yes.
And then We Are What We Are, released in 2013. So
I've only seen two of those movies.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Like three. Okay, three. Technically, three.
I'm not gonna lie to the listeners. I watched two, and I read a fuck ton about the other one. So I am well versed in the movie. Don't worry.
It's like reading a goddamn book.
Exactly.
But before we get into everything, we always got to do
our thing.
Our thing.
As usual, everyone, this show is brought to you by the Phantom Podcast Network. So go over there and check out all the cool, spooky, fun shows and have some fun over there. Go to downrightkreepy.com for all your horror news and stuff. Or not. You do you. I'm not going to decide your fate for you. But it'd be cool if you did do it.
You should do it.
You should totally do it.
You should totally do it. Don't listen to me. But let's...
And tell them that we sent you over there.
Yeah. Just send them some mail.
Yeah.
God,
hard
dude,
mail.
Some fucking old-time post mail.
I hate going to look at my
You
mail
got
because it's
mail?
always fucking bills.
Yeah, I just got my bill for my electricity, and it was like, really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Today of all days?
When I was younger, I was like, I can't wait till I'm old to have mail that has my name on it. Now I'm like, I fucking don't want to go to my mailbox
The most
ever.
exciting part about the mail is getting cool things that you ordered that you have to wait for.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
like I have Amazon Prime, and I already get pissed off that I have to wait 2 days. Like, I want the stuff now, but, you know. Anyways, back to the show.
You and your millennials.
Back to the show. So, why did you guys pick these movies? We're talking about foreign movies with their remake American editions. Why was that the topic you guys chose? Sorry to hit you with the blind side.
I mean, I can't speak for Somos Lo Que Hay because I hadn't seen it before, but I just really wanted to talk about Funny Games, and it happened to be a remake of a foreign film, so...
All right. Same for you, Sarah?
Well, yeah, I guess we just started talking about all these movies that got American remakes, and there's like a shitload of them, so
many.
So I went with more obscure ones just because.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your movie, your choice, Somos is like hard to find. Oh my god, it took me forever to find anything about. Like, I mean, of course it pulls up on IMDb, but like to find like a watchable link for it, like it took you searching the internets to find it, and I guess it just didn't do like a huge, didn't make a huge what's the word? Impact or.
I think it was just so low budget.
Yeah, so it just didn't get any promotion.
Mm-hmm.
But
it did premiere at the Cannes Film Festival, I think, but I don't think it just received the attention
true
back then
Well,
until the remake came out.
I guess, are we open to discussion now?
Yeah.
We're skipping the news?
No, we'll do the news a little bit, but let's just do some open-end discussion real quick.
Okay. Well, if it
doesn't want to do the news today at all. There's a little bit of news. There's a little bit. At least I want to say.
Yeah. Well, back to the discussion though. Like, if the foreign film was anything like We Are What We Are, is it like a really slow burn type of movie?
No. I mean,
because We Are, like, I remember watching that in 2000 when it came out. It was on Netflix or something like that, and I saw it, and it took me like 3 or 4 times to watch it to actually finish it completely
Mm-hmm.
because it was like such a slow burn of a movie, and it was like it just took way too long to get where it wanted to. But of course, it was just like developing all the characters and everything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was more of a like glossier indie, like American indie version
Right.
of the original Mexican movie.
Mhm.
Of course.
But I will say that the original 2010 Mexican version is like really grimy and like you can tell it's very low budget.
Right.
But I
Very.
It's very
Yeah.
bright too, right? Is it a well lit movie? No.
no.
I've read
Wait.
online that like the glow from the Mexican sun. I'm just like, what a nice descriptive sentence. But no, I watched the trailer from it, and I watched like a couple minutes of what I found online. Like perfect, like like the more impactful scenes of the movie, and like it did not look bright at all. I was just like, it looks grimy. I like it. That's a good word to describe what the scenes look like in that movie.
I feel like the only glow you get in that movie is from the street lights because it's like most of it happens
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah, I don't know why that person, like, even from like what I was like reading it, I was just like, why would you use that descriptive when like I've seen it on YouTube and it's like not what you're saying. It's
Maybe
weird.
because we watched like a really terrible link.
That is true.
Maybe.
They
Yeah.
probably watched it like in the big screen.
Maybe.
We didn't get that experience,
No,
unfortunately.
unfortunately.
All right. Well, Pat, any news, man? Why we just kind of?
My nose itches. I think I gotta sneeze.
Oh, Jesus! If you
I
got to
hope
sneeze.
I don't have to. It's not gonna come. I know
Hard-hitting
it.
news.
It's gonna be right in the middle of the fucking news. It's gonna be.
Just a giant fucking sneeze
He's
ball.
gonna fall.
All right. I guess we'll get into the news now.
Yeah, dude. Come on, man. Take us
It's
to the
time for the news.
news.
We got a new poster for Leatherface.
We did.
Everyone. For those who hasn't seen, I have it pulled up on my phone.
If you haven't seen it, look at it.
That's the new poster
Yes,
for the
I've
new
seen it.
movie.
Yeah, and then that's coming out soon.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, DirecTV release in September, yes, and then on
Hold on,
VOD
I don't have
on
my phone. I don't know.
I think it's September something is the DirecTV. If you have DirecTV, you get a early release of it, and then there's in October. I want to say 20th. I think I'm blanking on that date, but in October you get the VOD for that movie. So look out for that one because that looks like it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yes, definitely. We have a couple new posters for this. The remake of the Flatline, whatever that movie's called, Flatlines.
Flatliners?
Flatliners?
Flatliners. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know they were remakes while we're doing a remake episode. Excellent. Oh.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a little.
Who's starring?
little cool.
Who's the actress?
Ellen Page,
Ellen
Ooh.
Page.
Okay.
There's that guy.
Diego Luna.
This is a great podcast for people that can't see anything.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we'll post them. We'll post them on Instagram, Twitter.
It's the same. It's all the characters from the movie. Looks
Yeah.
I
cool.
like it.
I didn't know it was a remake at all either.
Me,
but
I mean, I know there's a movie called Flatliners.
Yeah, with
Yeah, yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd never seen it.
What?
Nope.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Pat's time
I
to
got
watch.
homework.
It's time for Pat to watch a movie.
I'm gonna start a new podcast.
Just
Pat likes movies.
At
Yeah.
the movies.
at the movies with Patrick.
Stephen King liked it, so everyone should like it, right?
Stephen King liked it.
Yes.
Emphasize the it because
It what?
you say Stephen King likes it, and you're like, what the fuck is he talking
What are they?
about?
Yeah. What are they?
That's
Are they talking about? It Follows. The original It movie. No.
It comes at night.
It comes at night.
Hell yeah. But no, I saw that. And I mean, he came out before and said something along the lines of like, it's not, everyone shouldn't be giving as much shit as it should be. Like, it's not as bad as you think. Like, he came out something like vaguely said it's gonna be a good movie, but now he came out and said it's good.
Yeah, he said he wasn't
He's like,
prepared
he
how
wasn't-
good it was.
He wasn't prepared. So in my eyes, that means this is gonna be a fucking excellent movie because
True.
he usually hates when his movies are made into
Yeah, he
his
doesn't like
books
The
are made into
Shining.
movies. Really?
Yeah, he
He
hates that
hates
movie.
it.
I know, but it's just
He
like
hates Shining.
He likes the
hates
TV version,
Carrie,
the TV
miniseries.
miniseries that came out though, which is like fuck you. That was
he
bad.
loves TV miniseries.
Yeah, he sure does.
Mhm.
I don't know if he likes the new
Probably because
Dark
they're as
Tower
long as
movie.
his books.
Probably
but-
not.
Yeah, that
I
movie
hope not.
flopped too. That movie was
Yikes.
bad.
Which one?
I didn't see it.
Dark Tower.
Oh yeah.
There's just certain things that should be made into movies, like books, but there's a lot of books that should not be made into movies.
If
And
anything, Dark Tower should have been a series.
Definitely.
and not a fuck. It was like pretty
Like
much
a
they
Netflix
took
series.
well, that they took like bits and pieces of every book, right, and made it into
Mhm.
one movie. Yeah, no.
Don't do
Who
that.
the fuck told you how to write? Like, who taught you? Like, that's not
Yeah.
how you write.
It's
Did
basically
it
the
just-
fanfic for all of his fans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did we not learn anything from a series of unfortunate events? Like,
seriously.
Listen,
Come on.
whoa. With the movie or
The movie.
series?
She's talking about the movie.
Okay.
She's talking about the movie.
Well,
Okay,
the
okay,
series
good.
was fucking great.
I know. I'm so excited.
Whatever.
Okay.
Anyways.
Anyway,
Well,
skipping forward.
And back to Stephen King. I just read an article. Didn't read it fully, but I read a headline. And it says he's taking a lot
Yeah.
of his movies back.
Yeah, I saw that
A lot
too.
of the rights or whatever.
Good, because a lot of we've
Yeah.
been noticing that a lot of people have been doing Stephen King this year.
Yeah, it's hot for him this
It's
year.
like, I mean, which is good for his wallet, but like,
Yeah,
I think he's
fuck.
like, I'm tired of having like,
My shit on.
yeah, not only that, but like his name's attached to all those.
Yeah.
So if it's a flop, like, oh, Stephen King's like it's
Well,
Stephen King.
Not gonna read that book. That
you know,
movie sucked.
Exactly. So I mean, that's good for him. Honestly, that's good for him.
There's a trailer out for this new video game called Never Again. I just watched it. It's kind of creepy. Has like this nightmare feel to it. Yeah, check that out.
Yeah, coming out on what? PS4,
I
Xbox One.
fucking know. I do not know, motherfucker.
Probably most all platforms. If it's an indie game, they usually come out on all platforms.
True.
Speaking of fucking video games, have you guys been seeing what I've been playing on the YouTube/Switch account?
You've been doing stuff on YouTube?
Dude, yeah. Okay, so there's this new game dropped. It's by Ninja Theory, and they have the Unreal Engine in it.
Yeah.
It's called Hellblade, Siwana's Sacrifice.
Spell that.
Which part of it?
Your whole
That
sentence.
sounds real familiar.
So it's like a video game that's based in Norse mythology, and you're going into hell to save Dylon. Not Dylon. Lol, that's
Dylon.
Dylon. His name is Dillion. Dillion. That's what it's called. But it's cool because you're like battling all these like known Norse gods, but they're also like fucking terrifying looking.
Yeah.
Like I just fought the god of fire, the god of illusion, and I'm about to fuck up Helena, the god of hell. So this game is sick. If you want to watch, I'm playing on YouTube or Twitch, one of the two, whatever. But pick it up. It's cool. It's creepy. It's really hard. If you get the rot. Yeah, nice burp, Pat. Nice one.
I didn't do it on the mic this time.
They got this thing called the rot, and if you die too many times, it gets to your brain and kills you, and the journey's over. So you have to start all over. So
Oh, God.
yeah.
Okay.
So to be prepared for a hard game. And it has auto combat features. So if you get really good at fighting, like I have mastered the fighting in this game already, everything gets harder as you fight it. It's stupid, but
Yikes.
great at the same time.
Sounds like.
All right, I'm done. Sorry.
I'm just looking when Jeepers Creepers 3 is coming out.
Shut the. No one cares.
I think it's September 23rd, 26th, 2017. I heard it was the first. I heard a lot of things about this movie.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
More news.
How about Halloween Horror Nights?
What's new with Halloween Horror Nights?
We're getting that Blumhouse house.
Ooh,
Oh, are we?
Yeah. There's a thing that's called like the House of Blumhouse, or
It's
Horrors
like
of
the-
Blumhouse.
the
Yeah.
horrors and
And it's like got Insidious. It's gonna have some of Insidious Chapter 4, which doesn't even
Ooh.
fucking come out to January 22nd.
Sneak
I'm gonna run in there and be like, spoiler alert.
Yeah, pretty much. It's gonna have the sinister elements to it, and apparently
Okay.
the Purge. And I think he's been posting a lot of shit on Instagram, Blumhouse,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all a bunch of different movies that they've done in the past. I'm wondering if they're just like hinting movies at us,
Most
like
likely.
what's gonna be in there.
True.
But I ran a poll on our Twitter.
Did you?
I did, and
I haven't
I
looked
got
at our Twitter.
132 votes, which is Twitter Horror Junkies history.
Wow.
That's never happened in our entire show's
What was
production.
the poll? I should go vote.
Out of the announced houses for Halloween Horror Nights Orlando, what's your most anticipated?
Oh, I did see this poll.
Oh.
The winner is The Shining.
Hell yeah.
Second place, American Horror Story. Third place, Saw, because at the time that's what they announced.
Right.
But I also forgot the Ash House, so a couple people voted for that house, and then someone voted for the originals. So
Gotcha.
a lot of people are stoked for this year's Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, I'm
Hell yeah.
completely
It's gonna be
stoked.
great.
You guys going?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting
Frequent
Ah.
fear pass.
You guys going opening night?
F.
Opening night, the 15th. We'll be there.
We'll have
Maybe.
to check our schedule.
Yes.
We're gonna be there.
I
I've already
need
checked my.
money.
It's okay. Dude. But anything else before we dive into the?
There's a lot more actually.
No, there's.
I
not.
have some. Oh, he's already gonna read what I was gonna say.
What are you gonna say?
No, you can.
Still-
You want to do my segment?
I steal his shit all the time.
I thought you weren't gonna do it. I thought you weren't prepared. So
Oh.
Go.
Damn, shots called.
I'm never prepared. That's why they're like, he sucks. Like, well, I wasn't prepared.
What was the bidnit you wanted to put in?
oh, there was just some news on Creep 2.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
So it's,
We got a motherfucking release date.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
October 24th.
On Netflix or VOD?
VOD, and then
Yep.
it's coming to Netflix.
Then it's coming to Netflix.
I've never sat down and actually watched the entire Creep movie.
Why?
You
I
should
don't know.
whip yourself.
You
I
should.
should.
You should do that. Like, get on that.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking movie.
I've been wanting to because it's a werewolf movie, right?
No.
No. So,
He wears
Austin
a
said
mask.
was it Austin?
Austin said
That
that.
says Austin's awful.
werewolves and shit.
At horror movies.
He probably saw the poster and then moved on.
True. He does that. Fucking Austin. But is that it? You guys want? Let's dive into these fucking movies.
Wait.
What? Is there something important?
No, not at all.
Okay, then.
This is a rant for me.
What?
The Gallows 2 is happening. It apparently got filmed
Why?
secretly.
Why? Oh my God! Why?
That's why, because they filmed it in secrecy because they knew there'd be outcry for
the
it.
first was such trash. Why would they want a second?
Because it made money.
That's true. But I mean, horror movies always make money. It's like a guaranteed
Yeah.
moneymaker, no matter how bad it is.
This
Well,
is awful.
This is bad.
Why is this? Who
I'm upset
signed
now.
off on this?
I don't know what company makes it.
I don't
I
even
hope
want
it's
to know.
Blumhouse.
It better not be Blumhouse.
I hope it is.
They'll have gallows props in the Blumhouse house.
Oh God.
No, please don't. Some cool little tidbit from my class before we jump in. I just thought about this because this is funny. We're doing our first modules on mummies, and there was a link in this this fucking in the second module for some toes, mummy toes, and
Toes?
oh yeah, a toe, like a preserved toe.
Like foot and then toe?
No, just a toe.
Just one toe?
Just one toe. It's the big toe. So there's this bar in Canada, in Dawson. It's in the Yukon territory, and they have a preserved toe that they put in their cocktails.
What?
Ew.
Yeah, and you can
Like
drink.
to stir it, or
No, like you can drink it. Like it's an actual toe. So
do they
I wanna
recycle the
throw
same
up.
toe?
yeah, they have a whole bunch. They have a collection. People
Ugh.
donate the toes. So
Ugh.
like toes are given to them for like frostbitten people who have frostbite and have to amputate them. They had one. Apparently in the mail it says don't mow your yard with flip flops. So they have a whole bunch of toes and they preserve them. And the only rule in this place is you can drink it fast, you can drink it slow, but the lips have got to touch the toe. So we're and I wrote. And there's a bunch of pictures of people drinking it. And
I'm about to throw up.
And someone's
Oh,
eating
no.
the toe.
No.
Oh.
Let me see.
No, there's not a picture of it,
Oh,
but
I
like
wanna
it's
throw
in the
up.
it's in the article. I read it
Is
for
there an
class.
X-ray of the toe inside.
Like
I wonder
literally,
if there's any
and now
videos.
they fine you. They fine you 20. The first fine was $500. Someone stole the toe, and they mailed it back. Said sorry for stealing your toe, and now the fine is $2,500 if you eat the toe.
Jesus.
Because it's like a common thing. People want to eat this toe. There's a bunch of fucking cannibals in Canada.
They all
Cannibal Canada.
Cannibal Canadians.
Wait, do you think Pat and
That's
Lou
a
are
new
cannibals?
Pat, Lou, if you're listening to this episode, you must write us and answer this question in secrecy. Are you cannibals?
Just answer your next episode. Just answer this question.
Yeah, next week, just answer it. All right, let's get into these fucking movies. I'm sorry. All right, so
we
the
should make a movie with those guys calling Canadian cannibal.
Oh my God, yes.
I'm
Side
writing the
note.
script as we speak.
All right, so the first movie up on the chopping block,
I want
the
someone to write a
discussion board, is Somos Lo Que Hay, filmed in 2010. The floor is yours, Sarah.
Yeah, I didn't see this movie.
So
True,
two people here
okay.
actually watched the movie. Is that what I'm getting at right now?
I have 3 pages of notes. I'm well versed.
But did you watch it?
I didn't even see a
I
trailer.
watched enough.
All right, y'all.
Again, I'm not prepared. So they're like, fuck Patrick. He sucks. It's like, well, wasn't
God
prepared.
damn it, Patrick.
Well, I guess I'll just start with like my overall rating of the movie.
Yeah, I'll give mine too.
I enjoyed it for, what it was. I don't think it was anything spectacular, but I think it was still worth watching. A lot of the like outside performances, like if all the actors that weren't part of the cannibal family, they were kind of like kind of cringy, but like the actual family was pretty, like they had some like intricacies to their characters, and like they were very like weird and alien at the same time, even though like their performances like really fit their character, but you still couldn't, obviously you're not gonna empathize or anything with them. But
which is always hard in a horror movie. Sometimes
Yeah.
I don't feel for if I don't feel for a character, I don't care about them
Yeah.
at all. Like, fuck it, I don't care. Fuck you. I don't
Yeah.
like you.
Can't wait for you to die.
Yeah, but if I like you, Like if there's something just about you that I don't know why I just find you interesting, then I'm upset when you die.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's how it should be.
get the fuck, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
you're supposed
I-
to root for the hero, not
Yeah.
your villain.
I really did like the character of Sabrina, which is the only daughter of the crew. But overall, the feel that I got from the movie was kind of like a Mexican Texas Chainsaw. Like, they didn't use chainsaw, obviously, but
Of course,
But
but
the
it's a
whole
cannibal. It's
cannibal-
a cannibal family.
It
the
was
fact
a
that they
shovel.
were
It works.
No, true. They have a shovel, so yeah.
and like
Shovel,
that,
chainsaw, same
just
shit.
the griminess of the whole movie, it just looked really gross, and like all the characters, like they were just terrible, and like the way their families interacted, they had like the pretty crazy mother, and then
She dies, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler
alert.
Oh,
God
shit.
damn it.
Hold on. Before we go any further,
Well, no one's gonna find this
fucking-
movie.
There's spoilers in this fucking episode, so be prepared. Continue. Sorry.
I mean, the mom dies in the other movie too, but that
right
happens
in the
like
beginning,
in the
first
beginning,
5 minutes of the
so-
film.
Well, that's what this one is. The
Not
father
really.
dies.
Mind you, the father. That's what the
Yeah,
father
they switched the
dies. They
dynamic.
switched the roles. And how does she die in the what we are? Like I didn't
She-
really. I was watching on my phone, and then I didn't really see
in the
like,
American movie. Or
Yeah,
the
in the
last-
American one.
She like
Does she just
She
stroke
starts
out?
like
Had-
coughing up blood.
Yeah.
And kind of like
Almost like a
faints and hits her head on
tuberculosis
some
type of thing.
pipe.
yeah, then she like slipped and like
Drowned it
drowned.
in the fling.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think she
didn't this-
drowned. I think she just hit her head.
Didn't
Well,
the,
the
fa-
rainwater,
came
like,
next, though.
Yeah.
Took over her.
didn't the father get like his neck bit?
No,
In the
not
remake,
that-
yeah.
They basically.
No,
did.
in the remake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the daughter like bites his neck
okay,
or something.
we're talking about the.
We're talking
Yeah.
about the original.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I didn't.
Sorry, I threw in that whole
Yeah, you
mixture.
fucked me up.
Sorry.
One movie at a time. Man.
Fucked me
Um,
up, boy.
But I have some cool little notes here. As of course, this whole like remake Rumble thing. The first part, we're talking about the Spanish language cannibal shocker. Somos Lo Que Hay. Yes.
Mhm,
I
okay.
can speak Espanol,
Dale.
kind of.
What?
Man, I just lost my place. All right, so, what we are what we are with a view to determining whether like the existence is justified. So we're talking about like remakes. Sorry, I just like skipped the whole line. And typically when it comes to remakes, everyone hates them because
Yeah.
everyone's like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck do we need remakes? These movies, even if they don't hold up, like you don't need like Carrie. Carrie was like not needed. It was
No.
awful CGI to the extreme.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The only one I actually like will ever give like a remake like okay was maybe the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Evil Dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. That
Evil
was like
Dead
a whole
remake.
different storyline though. It wasn't really a remake to me.
Oh, so you're going by like same storyline?
Kind of. I mean like you can change it, but like
Kind of like The Grudge.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
The Ring.
exactly.
I like The Ring.
Me too. I didn't. Well, I was young when I watched that movie, so
But-
I didn't know there was an original
Yeah.
Japanese movie.
That's true.
But like
And
when
then
you
I
think about
watched
like
it.
typically when it comes to remake, everyone's like, oh, a remake really? Even today we're like, fuck,
Really?
remakes. I mean when it was first announced, I was like, fuck, really? Like why are we gonna remake it? Now
Yeah.
I'm stoked for it.
I kind of thought it was necessary though. I mean, outside of Tim
mean-
Curry's like amazing performance.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
But
God.
outside of that, like the movie was.
Well, you also got to think
It was for TV.
that movie was a TV movie,
So they had
and
to-
this is a
It was
theatrical
a rated
movie.
R.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ugh.
So
We're
technically, not a remake.
True. I mean it's a shot for shot with some added stuff, I think. More than likely. It made
Well,
some scenes.
technically, it's a remake of the book.
True. Oh,
So
Yeah.
fuck.
True.
We're lost in the fucking semantics.
What other ones? Like One Missed Call. That was Pulse.
yeah, Paul
Yeah.
Season 2.
There's a whole bunch.
Quarantine.
But that's what I was just trying to get at. Is
Yeah,
like,
that's one that doesn't need to fucking be
what?
Quarantine.
Oh no.
When
yeah.
it's a remake of Wreck.
Yeah. But just getting into it now. So, where was I? Okay, so it is interesting that we start with this movie because it's well known in its own right. It doesn't track as scorn as like 2003 Chainsaw Massacre because everyone hated that movie for some reason. I liked it.
But I think it was one of the better ones.
It's one of the better ones, but a lot of
But
people are like,
still
oh,
not.
"Why? What the fuck?" But it's still like justifiable in its own means, and whatnot. But when you're talking about like how it's not a perfect film, like how grimy, you can tell like the acting is somewhat. It's good, but it's not like the
I mean,
best.
I like the griminess of it because
Yeah.
it just made it look even grosser.
Yeah.
And, like
It made it made it tense. It was like atmospheric in a sense. Like what I got from like stills that I found on like Google search and some clips I watched on YouTube. It's like a very like atmospheric type of movie, tense, scary-esque. It's using those factors in it. It's not like a in-your-face horror movie.
Yeah, basically, because the movie doesn't explain a lot of things, so you don't know.
It doesn't explain like anything.
You just hear the characters trying to like justify why they're eating people. Like, oh, like they're saying we have to live, like we have to do this to survive, but we never really get.
It's a religious thing, isn't it?
No,
they just refer to it as the ritual.
Yeah,
right.
They don't really refer to it as like in the remake they say, oh, like God wants us to do this, but like in the original version they say we have to do this to survive. Like, we have to do the ritual, and we never really see what the ritual is. And I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, we never see what the ritual is. We just kind of get like, oh, they're butchering up this person. They're getting ready to eat it. They're draining the blood. They're putting it on some leaves and stuff. But
you don't know like what they're doing it for, what the ritual is. That's kind of cool, though.
I guess.
And so
I mean, I'm the type of
why.
person that likes that shit in movies. Like, doesn't answer all the questions.
Me too.
As long as it's not in an annoying way.
But I want to know why the fuck you decided to eat someone.
I mean, I think in the original it's more so like tradition than it is a religion, but also the movie brings so many questions because all of a sudden you have a character who comes out that he's gay, and then you have another like weird incestuous relationship between the other brother and sister. And
I need to watch this film actually.
The father's like,
the father is like, doing some sex workers on the side and eating them.
But then like there's
this movie's got everything.
It really does. It just throws it all in there and doesn't even like go into detail.
What I told Alex yesterday was like, oh, like they're cannibals. How much worse can they be? Oh, wait.
Holy shit. It's because humans are the fucking worst.
True.
Well, yeah.
Humans are just
you don't see fucking koalas sex traffic people and eat them.
If that ever happened, please fucking tell me immediately.
Document it.
I don't know why it shows koala, but
our next feature documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
Koalas remind me of Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. He looks like a fucking
I
koala.
kind of see it.
Feeney.
Oh my god, the Feeney call?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But okay, so in the remake, it went from even though it was like a grimiest, dark, kind of like poor lit movie in the original, it went to like this huge climate change of like not being in Mexico, now being in like a rural town in Delaware, and it's just fucking pouring. Did you guys like that change in the movie, or would you like it? I feel like if they would have remade it and put it in a rural town, like Texas, everyone would have been like, okay, this is just copying Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I feel like the reason they did it was to kind of blindside the whole Texas Chainsaw feel to it. But I kind of like anytime there's a Northeastern type of movie, I love it.
Yeah.
Because it's something about the Northeast. It is the oldest part of our country, so it is scarier.
True.
But the rain is cool. Like I loved like the whole rain scene. Like I felt like it added a lot to the opening credits and the feel of the movie in the beginning area of it.
Well, that and also added to the story element is them being found in the end. So
and the atmosphere.
The atmosphere. And there's 2 girls in the remake, right?
Yeah, they completely changed the dynamic. Instead of the father dying and it being 2 sons and a daughter, it was the mother died and you have 2 daughters and a son. And it was more matrimonial than patrimonial.
Yes. Which is cool.
Yeah, it was a nice change.
Nice change. Fucking smash patriarchy. Sick.
True. The men were crazy. The women had to take control because men were incapable.
It's very true.
Typical. That's typical nature.
Aren't.
Damn.
I don't blame them.
Oh my god, I just lost my note. No.
Tragic.
This is tragic. I have 2 Microsoft Word pages that I'm feeding off of right now, and it's just very bad time.
It just seems a bit chaotic.
Well, another thing I pulled. Okay, so like the Parkers, this is the remake. They were like really ingrained in the community. I feel like people knew who the Parkers were, but they didn't know their secret.
I don't think they necessarily had a big role in the community so much as just a small town. Everyone knows everyone.
Everyone knows who they are.
If anything, they didn't like the dad because the cop even said that he was crazy.
I mean, if you're living out in the middle of nowhere, 9 times out of 10, you're crazy. It's not a fun time when you live out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
No. And there's people that they're out there for a reason. Exactly. Ocala. I like how like the movies I like cannibal movies. So when I found out this was a cannibal film, I was stoked. I was like, "Fuck yes!"
Because secretly Mike wants to eat people.
Yeah,
He's gonna go to Canada and go to that bar.
I'm gonna go to Canada. I'm gonna go to that bar and I'm gonna eat that toe and be like, "That was delicious." Can I have seconds? But yeah, the cannibalism. Jesus Christ, I'm like losing my train of thought everywhere.
I want to eat Jesus Christ.
Jesus fuck. Like I like how you guys were like in the first movie, in the original, it's talked about how it's a ritual, but then in the remake, it's kind of like a religious status in the sense like they pull it more religious side of it.
I think they're trying to make more of a statement on extremists.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
get that. I get that.
Probably more of a concept for us to grasp.
Well,
That's the thing with these remakes, like when it comes to Americanizing a movie. Like, I just watched Death Note on Netflix.
Awful. Wait,
And
you're
it's
talking about the movie? Or?
yeah, the movie,
Yeah, awful.
and it's exactly what I expect an American version of a Japanese concept completely.
Well,
And that's what I feel about
well,
these movies too. It's like,
I'll never watch. Like, all right, there's a lot of things America needs to stop trying to do in Americanizing a lot of foreign things,
especially with anime.
especially with anime. Stop doing it. You're not going to do it right. You're not going to do it justice. We skated by with these two movies. But the only reason why we are what we are is decent is because it was directed by a good director.
Yeah.
And second is Funny Games was redirected by the same director.
Yeah.
So that's why they're both decent films. But there's a lot of remakes.
I feel like we shouldn't remake, especially things in Japan, because their culture and stuff like that is so different from ours.
And that's the whole basis of, if we're
Yeah.
talking about Death Note, is the overall schooling and the whole system that the culture that Japan has and their schooling in the storyline. Like, it does not need to be in America at all.
Yeah.
You can't give a god complex to a white kid.
He already has one.
Exactly. Like, seriously. I mean, you just whitewashed the whole, and then you don't change the name of the characters at all.
No. It's Light Turner.
Turner.
Timmy Turner.
Timmy
Turner.
Instead of Fairly Odd Parents, he gets a death god.
Jimmy Turner, you've broken the sacred vow. Like, dude, I just feel like
Fairies!
But yeah, no. If you watch Death Note, I'm sorry. If you enjoyed Death Note, please stop.
For people that did enjoy it, it's because they didn't read the mangas or they didn't watch
maybe,
the show.
Maybe they should.
It wasn't badly made. I just hate it because I'm a fan.
It has a Netflix budget behind it. So
Well, then you get that crazy argument from people who want to watch the movie, so they won't watch the anime because, in their words, the anime will ruin the movie.
It for them.
I've heard people say that.
Those people you slap as hard as you literally fucking can.
Willem Dafoe was awesome. He was great.
It's William Dafoe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course he's going to be great.
That was the only thing that was good about that fucking movie.
Let's fucking talk
Let's
about
get back on
you guys want to play
subject.
some funny games? You want to play some funny games?
I don't want to play that game that they played in that movie.
What, Cat in the Bag?
No.
They played a lot of games.
They played a
They
lot
did.
of games in the movie.
Yeah, they did. None of them I want to play.
I'll play all of them. So this movie was fucking great. I'm stoked. I've never seen it, so I'm stoked. I've never seen it. I watched.
It's so good.
Have you heard of it though?
No, I never heard of it. When she said funny games, I literally in both your movies I had to Google because I've never seen them.
Last time Austin was on the show, we discussed it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Don't remember that. Sorry.
We got to go back like a couple.
My brain
a
is
lot
like
of
because Austin
episodes.
said it, so
We just shit on Austin so much. So great.
He's not listening.
If you're listening to this, it's too late.
It's too late, Austin. It's been said and recorded. There's no
Anyways.
taking it back. All right.
Funny
so,
games.
Directed by the same director.
Yep.
Cool thing about this movie is it was actually supposed to be an American movie. He actually wanted this to be his first English movie, but couldn't get it made here apparently. Too violent.
The whole thing was supposed to
And
make
expensive.
fun of Americans' love for violence.
Yeah.
I know I have that in my notes. Yo, I was gonna talk about that.
The
Which
cool-
is funny.
I love the
And-
intro to the movie.
Right?
When they're just like
So
listening
perfect.
to classic music and then
Trying
out
to
of
guess-
nowhere you're just
trying-
fucking deathcore.
Although
that
I did
muted
notice,
that. Go ahead.
watching, because I was watching both movies at the same time, because unfortunately I couldn't find an actual version of the
Right.
German one that had subtitles. So I had it in mute and just watched like scene by scene comparison. And the actors for the German one, like when that scene is going on, there's like no interaction between the parents and the son. They're just kind of sitting there very stoic. Whereas in the American version, the family's like smiling, interacting. And it kind of made it more ominous and just more foreboding.
Like these people are gonna get fucked up.
Yeah. No, I like the beginning scene. It's weird. It gives you like a weird sense of the family, like their dynamic, how like, oh, their marriage isn't strained or like they're fighting. They're just taking their nice little car and their fucking sailboat up to their place,
vacation
the
home.
Hamptons, probably.
No, it was a vacation home.
Most people have vacation homes in the Hamptons.
Okay, Mike. Shit. I was just saying there was.
Have you ever watched Revenge?
No.
You need to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I like the whole like dynamic of like it shows you like this is like just a perfectly normal, happy family without any knowledge of the impending doom that is about to happen to them.
And
It's
then
so
bam, red letters, funny games. And then,
Yep.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Some great screaming right there.
That was
I didn't want to hurt your ears.
that shit. I muted it at first. I was like, I listened to it for a good minute, and I was like, no, like this
It's
is
painful.
like it is painful. But I think that's the point.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
This movie is completely uncomfortable as well. Like the entire movie is just it's not even bad acting. Like it's great acting.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just the movie is so fucking uncomfortable. My wife, she couldn't watch it. Like 20 minutes in, she's like, turn it off. I can't. I'm uncomfortable. I'm too uncomfortable for this right now.
Well, what's so great about it is he just did everything he's not supposed to do. You're not supposed to kill the dog. You're not supposed to kill the kid.
Oh my god, I was fucking so
You're not
mad.
supposed to be able to rewind what just happened.
Yeah,
It
this
was
this
so
movie,
fucking cool.
This movie does a lot of like breaking the fourth wall when it comes
Definitely.
to
It's like,
Which I
You're
like.
rooting for them, aren't you?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so crazy.
When he broke
Love it.
when I saw that scene,
Where's
I
the
was
remote?
like, what the fuck is going on? And then when they did the rewind scene, I was like, what is fucking
I think
happening?
I literally lost my shit watching that scene. Like,
Yeah.
I just started yelling at the TV. I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to go.
I'm like, you don't do that.
No, that's not
It's
how
like some
movies.
Deadpool
She was
shit.
winning.
Yeah.
She was.
And he's like, fuck that shit, no.
No, you're not gonna win.
Rewind.
Yeah, that was
Done.
cool.
It is a very bizarre movie, and it things that like that shouldn't work for it, but it does, because it
Yeah.
is talking about the violence in, especially like in our
But
entertainment and our
the
culture.
funny thing is that it's not that violent of a film.
no,
It really isn't.
not really.
The gore scenes are showed usually off camera, like
Mhm.
when the kid dies, but that's just American
You guys
movies.
Mm-hmm.
just making a sandwich.
In the German one, do they show the kid die or no?
So
No.
it's exactly the same, except
Okay.
the only difference is the shot where they show and reveal that the child's been shot. They actually, you can kind of see like his head,
Yeah.
guts, and you can see
in
a little
America,
more of the
that's
body,
like a big taboo.
and you can see like the blood splatter is more
More
apparent,
on the TV and
Mm.
stuff. Yeah.
which I honestly think is less effective. I think the nuance of the American version was what makes it more effective, because you're
Uh-huh.
just kind of sitting there like realizing very slowly like that's what happened.
Yeah, because you don't know who dies. Like,
Yeah.
You just hear
Paul is in there making a fucking sandwich because he's
A
hungry,
sandwich?
and you just hear the shotgun go off, and you hear some wails, but you don't know who really wailing, who is doing it, because
Yeah.
like they're really like low, like what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
did they kill him or did they just wound someone?
Well,
My
that-
first instinct was the father. I thought they killed the
Well,
dad.
because both bodies are on the ground, yeah. So
Yeah.
you're wondering
Well,
if they
no,
both
like,
were killed.
what I knew he killed the kid is when he said he tried to run, and I was they killed the son. Like, you just gave it away. Like, yeah.
Yeah. It to some extent it's a really fucked up movie.
to some extent.
It's a very fucked up movie.
It's a pretty fucked up movie. I mean, these.
I
Kids
mean, I've seen worse.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
but-
yeah. I mean, I kind of wanted to see like. So my first thoughts going to this was like, oh man, this is gonna be fucked up. Like they're gonna play like some intense games. They're gonna like mutilate these people and all this stuff. And I was like, oh no, it's not. It's more dialogue than anything.
Yeah.
It's
And-
very psychological,
yeah.
very abusive.
Tubby. Tubby is hilarious. Don't call me Tubby.
Don't call me Tubby. Yeah.
Their
Um,
dynamic
No,
is
it was
just
more
so
like-
interesting.
Don't call me Toby.
Yeah. And you can see the psychosis. Like, you can see it in these characters. In the German one, like when I got to that scene, I was just like,
Like, they look crazy already.
they look crazy already. And it's just like, but like these, and then this version, they're like the white, yuppie, upper middle class men, white males. And you're just like, this is terrifying because this is real. There's a lot of white upper class males that are.
I saw a review
Whoa.
on Letterboxd today about funny games, and it said, "Someone come get Trump's kids."
Oh God.
Holy shit!
That's
That's probably
hilarious.
that's a good like Good. I
Yeah.
like that.
Well, actually, right after the German version was finished, but hasn't been released yet, I was reading an interview with the director, and he said that in the news there was a couple of young white men who murdered a family, just kidnapped some people, butchered them, and they were wearing white gloves, and they're just like the characters in his film.
Oh, what the fuck?
Did he wear the really high shorts as well?
I don't know what kind of
Oh,
shorts he was
probably.
wearing, but probably, yeah.
And that whole outfit, even the outfit's weird because they're wearing literally all white.
Yeah.
White gloves, white shirt,
They're,
white socks,
they're people
white
that go
shoes.
play golf.
Yeah.
They're white people.
Well, except for Peter, he had like what, dark shorts
Dark
or something.
Yeah, he had
yeah.
dark shorts on. But I don't know. Like, my favorites, I like the game. So, like, the hot and cold, because they don't just give it to you. They play the game with the audience almost. Like, hey, you gotta fucking, where is,
Yeah, they make you work for it.
like, where is the dog? So, until you find, and then it just plops out of the car and shit like that. And I was like, oh, dog.
Dog. I hate when dogs
Like-
die in movies.
Yeah, I mean, my first thing was like, the husband, I really got mad at him. Like, when the wife's like, I want you to tell these guys, I want you to make these guys leave. And he's like,
Oh, I know.
what's going on? Like, motherfucker, just do it. She just asked you to. Obviously, something's going on that your wife is made uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And these two men are here. Get them out of your goddamn house. But no.
And then his solution is just to slap them, because that
Yeah.
always works.
It was like,
Ah, you have offended me, good sir.
I'm surprised he didn't
Like,
take
what are
off
we
his
in-
glove and like. Oh god, here we go.
Here we go.
Take his glove and slap him in the face.
Yeah, like a fucking. What is this? A duel? What are we in the fucking 18th?
Good day, sir.
I said
I
good
said
day.
I mean, they kind of talk that way, so
Yeah.
it may as well have been.
That would have been funny.
Yeah. Nope. Took a club to the fucking leg.
Ow. Actually, ow. What a bad. But man, that. No. Never ever do I want to take a club to the leg.
Glove.
Club. Why are you laughing?
Funny games.
Funny games, dude.
I don't know. I liked the movie a lot though.
Good.
I liked it more than I did. We are what we are.
Well, same. Yeah.
I felt like this movie was easier to jump into and kind of like grasp what it's kind of talking about and what it is.
It
Yeah.
also
Because
has
things
a
start
much-
happening
yeah, like,
Immediately.
like off the bat. Whereas
like they don't even get settled into their like
Not at all.
vacation
No,
home, and
they're
it's already
fucking-
like, let me get some eggs.
What
Oh
was
my
with
God,
the
that
fucking
scene.
eggs?
I mean, it was really just an excuse to be over there.
Yeah.
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 That's basically how they're just jumping from house to house.
And mind you, I mean, how many people have they killed before? We know they killed that one family they were with. But, like, I wonder if they killed other families.
I mean,
prior.
Sarah made a good point. We were watching it today that it seems like they live there. Like, I mean,
Like they're
When,
more than
uh,
familiar there.
when the neighbors
True.
came by and were talking about their doc, he knew exactly
Who he was.
what they were talking
Yeah.
about and which one it was. And the only way he would know that is if he was familiar with the
So
area.
maybe
Yeah,
they
like,
killed their family.
He knows
and
how to
then-
sail. He knows I'm pretty sure he has the vacation home over there. He's
Yeah.
just,
And they're quite
He's just
obviously
in-
well-to-do, young, rich boys. They belong in the purge.
that's so scary, y'all.
Yeah.
It is scary. Because the thing about... Okay, so...
White people scary.
Yeah, they are.
Accurate.
What it is like home invasion movies are... They're more... They affect everyone... Everyone's scared of a home invasion movie.
Yeah.
No one
'Cause
leaves
you can
one
relate to
feeling okay. You're always kind of on edge. You're nervous. And it's because it's real. Like, monsters, maybe they can happen. I'll leave it there for hard fucking maybe.
I mean,
That,
werewolves exist.
Exactly. But, like, someone breaking into your house and, like, tormenting you and your family, that really happens. Like, that happens in the world daily.
Yeah.
Someone's fucking with someone. So, like, I feel like when it came to, like, any home invasion movie, like, it just hits you harder. Because, like,
Yeah.
it's there. There's nothing you can do about it, because if some motherfucker breaks into your house, like, if you don't, unexpectedly, you don't know, and you're like, say you're asleep, or, you know, there's just these people, hey, can I get a cup of fucking sugar? And all of a sudden, it's like, you got a gun to your head. And, you know, like, it's just fucking shit, man.
Yeah, it's also the idea. It's the place that you feel the most safe and you're the most
They
comfortable.
take
Yeah.
that,
It's all of a
that
sudden turned
security
against you.
blanket
Yeah,
gone.
and everyone
Yeah.
can relate
There's
to
nowhere to go that's safe.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's happened to me. I mean, when I lived in Ocala, we had someone break into our house, and I think I've told this story on the podcast
yeah,
before. But real quick, it's just like, you know, one of our friends' girlfriends went downstairs, saw someone, and, you know, that after that night, like, I had to go to sleep with, like, a certain funny movie on to just kind of put my nerves
Did you watch
to
Funny
rest. Yes.
It's like a sense of violation.
Yeah, it is, and it's just really intense.
But I mean, that was the point for those two. Like, that's what they were trying to do with this family.
Yeah.
Especially with the wife. Forgot her name. What's her name?
Naomi
Watts.
Sure.
Watts.
Her character's
But
name
her
was
char-
Anne.
And it's Naomi Watts.
You know the scene where they're like, take off your clothes and shit like that.
Yeah.
But not even that, they have to get her husband
Yeah.
to tell her to take off her
the
clothes.
clothes.
Yeah.
Which is something he would have told her in other settings, which is kind of...
Especially on vacation. Not in front of two strange boys.
Mind your language in front of my son. And then he goes and says, cut the bullshit. And you're just like, you just said watch the language, sir. And I like how like explosive they can get. Because like the cool thing is they keep their composure for the most part of the movie. Like... for the most time, like he only reacts when something happens. Like when he gets slapped, then he gets the club and he hits the father.
Very polite serial killers.
Very polite. Where are your man? He even asks Anne, "Where are your manners?"
Mm-hmm.
When she gets him like the pill for the pain, like they freaked out because they're not like abiding by the rules they just made or some shit like that. But
she wasn't being polite.
Just weird. But I mean, it's funny because you think of when you think of them as being upper middle class individuals, you would see that type of mannerism because they were probably taught that, like being polite, and they brought that to their weird psychotic.
And it also
game.
showed that they'd done this before.
Oh yeah.
Like with that type of calmness and just like doing what they want to do and shit like that. It showed us that they've done this before. And like,
can we get a Funny Games 2 where it goes to the family at the end of the movie?
I think that was a one and done type of movie.
No, it was. Just leaves it open.
Let's get a whole franchise.
I feel
one
like
every year.
that lady that the Anne's friend, like the family friend that he goes to, I feel like I get this feeling for her that she'd just fuck them up. She'd be like, "Nah, get the fuck out of my house right now."
Oh yeah.
Because
I get that vibe from her too.
She can sense it. She was kind of looking at him like,
yeah.
They also had like what,
you?
4 adults over there?
mm-hmm.
That's 2 more than they had.
It's just like, and like, what happened to Anne? You didn't be like the last.
She drowned.
Wait,
I mean, they throw her in the water.
She's got her
Oh
hands
shit!
bound,
I totally
she's got
fucking forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they looked at the clock. They
blinked.
said, "Oh, it's 8 o'clock," and he's like, "Okay," gives her a kiss on the cheek and just pushes her off.
I don't know how I just fucking blanked that whole scene.
Yeah, remember
You
she has
must
to
have,
like,
like,
I was at
she's
work.
trying to cut out.
I was at work when I watched it, so
Mm.
I mean we were dead. So.
There's something that I really like about the movie too, is that it gives you like a sense of hope, I guess, especially in the beginning when they come back from the boat, when Peter first arrives in the house and you see him accidentally kick the knife into the boat, and so you're like, oh shit, like that knife is going to be used later. And then at the end of the movie, she's trying to cut her
out.
And then they're like, nah, bitch.
And they take
And you're just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I thought that scene was kind of like ridiculous. Like you're on a small little boat, like you think they're not going to see you try to cut the tape. Like
I mean, like it's better.
At that
At least
point,
she tried though.
at that point,
she did try, so that makes sense.
What's ridiculous is when Georgie tries climbing that gate, gets to the top, and then it's like, nah, man, I can't do it, and he jumps back down. What's that about?
That little kid.
Yeah, the fucking.
Rip.
Why did he take his pants off?
I honestly don't know.
That
There's a
scene
shot-
happened, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you taking your pants?" And I guess it's like
'Cause
maybe
they
to be
were
more
wet.
quiet.
Well,
Were they
I
wet?
think because they show the shot where the light's coming through, and you can see his wet footprint. So I think
Yeah,
that's
because he
why.
went through the pond because he didn't know about the
True.
little opening.
Just
Oh
like
my god, you did not watch it.
I did watch it.
What a
It's just
funny
like-
movie.
It's just fucking
So
like
he
little
actually
things I
watched one
forget.
of the movies.
You watched half of them.
I'm just like it happened. I'm just like, wait, why the fuck is he taking his pants off? I was like, my first thought was just like, oh, he wants to be more quiet.
I mean, that's what I thought too when I first watched it. So
He's just trying to be quiet.
It's a funny movie.
It's a funny movie.
Yeah, I know.
very funny.
All right, so everyone give your Horror Junkies rank 1 to 10 on this one, and I guess we'll do the
Yeah, one before.
4. Yeah, I guess I'll do the one on We Are What We Are.
Okay.
I give that. That movie was a very slow burn and took me a couple of times to watch it, but I give it a solid like 7 out of 7.5.
Okay.
With funny games, I give that a 8. Definitely an 8.
Okay.
You can throw it on and just watch it and be entertained and put yourself in that scenario and it's fucked up. Just someone kill your dog.
Just
fucking be mad.
Just think about someone killing your dog and killing your kid with a shotgun, point blank range, and just go ahead and go to sleep at night with that thought in mind.
White people scary.
from what I've saw on I watched pretty much a lot of what we are. I give that like a 7.5. It is a slow burn. It's a decent film. I like. There's some things I don't like about it. Things I do like about it. I wish there was more to it, but whatever. Funny Games. Always, I like it. 8. I give it an 8 as well. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite film, but it's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
I would suggest watching it if you haven't seen it.
I'm gonna find that foreign one.
Which one?
The We Are What We Are.
Somos Lo Que Hay.
I got the link for it, dude. I sent it to you. What about you, Alex?
For Somos Lo Que Hay, I think I'd give it like maybe like 6.
Okay.
For We Are What We Are, it is a very slow burn, and they over-explain stuff. Like the whole like diary was like
Not
Sarah
needed.
said.
I thought she was gonna
it's
say
not
diarrhea.
needed.
Just the whole diarrhea.
The
part.
whole diarrhea
I mean, I feel
scene.
like eating people could definitely give you some serious diarrhea.
Well,
Huh. Look
Have
it
you
up
ever
real
seen-
quick.
Have you ever seen the
That's the
Transfiguration?
Canadians.
It's on Netflix, and I'm gonna watch it.
Oh my God, it is on Netflix.
Yes.
Watch it. All right, backwards. Sorry.
You're good. We Are What We Are, I think I'd give it like maybe like 6.5. And then
Okay.
Funny Games, the German version or the Austrian version, I would give like an 8. And then the remake, I'd give a 9 just because I felt like the acting was better.
A little better, yeah.
There's
I
more
feel the same
emotion
way.
to it.
I honestly, the Austrian accent makes the original creepier.
Well, unfortunately, I couldn't watch the version with
Yeah.
the sound. But just going on their faces, they were so... there was just too much disconnect for me.
Yeah. And then you...
For Somos Lo Que Hay, I want to give it like 7.5, maybe 8. I need to like rewatch it again.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
And for We Are What We Are, probably the same, like 6.5, 7.
Okay.
Like
Decent.
Fair.
It's fair. It's
like I feel like the first like 3/4 of the movie was like really, and then like at the end when it just goes all ham and just they eat their dad, I'm like, all right,
That part was great.
smash the
Anytime anyone's
eat the
eating,
patriarchy.
literally, they
Literally.
said, "Smash no, we're gonna eat the patriarchy," and that needs to be. No one take that. That
That's the
stays
best
at this
thing I've heard
table.
all day.
That needs to be made somewhere.
It is a horror junkie.
Yeah.
It's the new trending
Section.
hashtag.
Oh,
And
Eat the patriarchy. That's
for-
fucking.
Eat the
That's
patriarchy.
lit.
that needs to be on a shirt.
It does. And then
And
Funny
hats.
Games.
For Funny Games, the Austrian version, I think it's a solid 8 because I mean I like foreign movies.
Yeah.
So, and for the remake, like an 8.5.
Both
Like,
same
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
solid film.
yeah.
It's the same movie, everyone.
That's like what they did with Psycho.
Yeah.
Except
Shot by shot, almost the same
except
movie.
it was
Exactly.
bad because Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn. Yeah.
Okay.
And here you got the same director.
Like,
Yeah.
why would you pick Vince Vaughn? I mean, I know this is like his younger movie, so he wasn't the comedian that we all know him to be, but he did do stand-up back then, I want to say.
Vince
Some
Vaughn?
misguided casting is what that was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, he's not creepy.
Not
He's
Norman
a
Bates.
big goof.
Yeah.
Like, he's a big dumb. Like, I don't look at him like...
He hasn't closed his mouth. That's why I hate him.
Yeah.
Like, close your
Mouth
fucking mouth. I want to
breather.
go over there. Like,
Just real quick, yeah, right? Real quick on, you guys brought up, like, Train to Busan is potentially somewhere in the deep web was talking about being Americanized and remade here.
you shouldn't say that to Mike. That's his favorite movie.
I fucking love that movie.
It's a great.
That's a
fucking
It
movie.
is a
good
good
fucking...
movie.
That's just the thing. Like, there are certain films that should not be remade. Do not remake that movie, because we did get a movie like it, and that was called World War Z.
And it was not.
And it was awful.
Yeah.
And Train to Busan is fucking awesome.
It's so amazing. And like if people complain about reading subtitles,
Fuck
it's
you.
like there's so much action in it, you're reading like maybe like 5 minutes worth of dialogue.
For real, the
I'm
They
action,
one
can
of those
get
people.
over it.
My...
the action starts ASAP. Like,
Oh,
come on.
It's
It
like
I'm
just
one of
maybe
those-
stops- it
10
just starts and
minutes
just
of...
doesn't
Yeah,
stop.
it's 10 minutes of... Like, even in the beginning, like, shit's popping off, like, in the background. Like, subtle hints on the news.
I mean, from the very beginning, he runs over the deer, and the deer's like,
yeah. Good movie.
Good sound effect.
Do not make it... Yeah. Good sound effect.
that should be a voice actress.
Exactly. I'm trying to think of another foreign film that should be Martyrs. That they remade Martyrs here.
Martyrs.
Did
Oh my
and
god, it was so
Inside.
bad. Was it? So bad.
So bad.
How bad?
They gotta stop trying to remake French extremist horror
can't
films
make-
because we're gonna mess it up, and it's just not.
Yeah.
If you're gonna remake you French extremist film, you have to change it and make it a Christian extremist film.
That sounds funny because it's called New Wave Extremity, but we're calling it extremist, so it's just okay, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, they are remaking another home invasion movie from that French extremity movement called Inside. About I'll just give you a quick synopsis. It's about a young photographer named Sara who lost her husband.
It's you.
It's me.
Okay.
I lost my husband.
This is her story.
These are
It's a
their
Lifetime
stories.
film.
What you're about to hear are true events.
Yes.
And basically, she starts getting stalked in her own home by someone who wants to take her unborn child.
Nice.
What
It's
the
pretty intense.
fuck?
I mean,
That sounds cool.
it was a
I
pretty
woke
good
up and
movie.
felt
Got a
that
bit
way, too.
weird.
I think
but
it's a fun movie for those who are like really into gory.
Hey, that's
Horror
me.
Junkies, that's all we are about.
That's
Well,
where-
all the French New Wave
oh
extremity
yeah,
movies
Yeah.
are.
yeah.
nothing but gore.
Except Martyrs isn't that gory, but it's just fucking disgusting.
I disagree.
And I love it.
when you skin someone's entire body. I would call that gore.
Do you know what that's called? Excarnation.
Flag. No, it's called like.
Not degloving.
Let's debate now.
What's the gloving?
What's the term?
It's a
Sounds sexy.
degloving is like when you have the skin pulled back, but it's still kind of attached.
Uh-huh. That is
I want to
sexy.
say, if I'm not mistaken, I just learned about this. Excarnation is the flaying off of skin. They do it for the dead.
Hold on, Horror
Well, she
Junkies has
was
turned into a
definitely
cell phone
alive.
party.
Yeah, I was reading about this last week in my class. Yeah, like in archaeology and anthropology, the term excarnation, also known as defleshing, refers to the practice of removing the flesh and organs of the dead before burial.
So what's the word
Lit.
when you're doing it on someone that's alive?
Flayed.
Skinning, flaying,
That's what I was trying to say. Flayed.
Flaying?
flaying.
Either way, I would say that is definitely gore.
That's gore, and
That's awful.
that's hard, man.
That is sexy.
Could you imagine flaying? That's like the scene from what is it, Hostel 2, when the guy, or is it Hostel, when the guy's cutting open he's like cuts some meat off the calf and he cooks it and eats it in front of him, or not cooks it, but eats it raw right in front of the guy. You guys remember that scene?
Was that in the second
Haven't
one?
seen
I
it.
I think it was the second one. But
I only seen the
overall
first one.
thing is, listen, there's certain movies to remake, and there's certain movies not to remake. Don't remake any French films, because the French just have a weird way
We.
with movies.
Oui, oui.
And it works.
C'est la vie.
It works only for them.
I feel like it depends on how you're gonna approach the remake. Because like with Somos Lo Que Hay and We Are What We Are, it's like they were inspired by the idea of the
Mhm.
film and did their own thing with it.
Yeah.
So it stands alone well
Okay.
enough. And then with Funny Games, I mean, same director. It's
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
by shot
yeah,
remake.
so he just got to fix things that maybe he didn't like that he did in the original this time.
I think the problem comes when you want to just make more money off a film that's already established. It's already a great film,
Yeah.
but Americans don't want to read subtitles or they don't want to have it. Just that's when it gets messy.
Or they
Yeah.
want to see someone they look like.
Yeah, I don't want
Sorry.
to.
Very true.
Just fucking true. We getting political as fuck tonight.
I mean, remakes of foreign films is basically just 100% whitewashing. so-
Exactly. Yeah, it's just all right. Let's
There's
just
no
get an
avoiding it.
all-white cast, and there we go. And now
It'll still take
movie's
place in
different.
Japan.
yes, modern day Tokyo. Just
Train
like,
me
Yeah.
to New York.
Like Old Boy. When
If-
they did
Oh
Old
my
Boy, that was so
God.
fucking
if
bad.
they remake Train to Busan and they do not call it Train to New York, I'll be pissed off. Where else would you put that film?
I don't know.
America?
Where else do they
Train
have
to
trains?
Jersey.
Oh,
To Jersey.
oh my
New
god!
Jersey.
And it's a bunch of Guidos.
Oh my god.
It's just a bunch of Jersey Shore people.
Mike, you need to make this movie.
All right,
Do it now
Blumhouse
before they
Productions,
beat
hit me
you.
up. I got you.
What
Don't
up,
worry.
what up,
There's
what
no
up?
script. There's not even a script. It's just you just throw them in a train. 5 of them, they make up their own fucking script.
That's
Or
gonna
you
be the
ruin
best
on
movie
the
of all
fucking
time.
movie. Fucking movie over here. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Are we signing off now?
I think so. I
All
think
right.
that's about enough. We can talk about it as much. Stay tuned next week when
We have to do a review on it.
it's not next week.
Not
though.
next week.
That's
I
too
wish
damn
it
it.
was next week.
I
Yeah, me
wish.
too.
I don't know what we're gonna do next week.
We're
We'll
gonna
We'll save it to the end. We're not done yet. So
talk about our butts.
exactly. As usual, everyone, leave us an excellent review on iTunes. Subscribe
us
to
out.
us. Help us out. Tell us if you hate the show, like the show. We don't care. Follow us on Instagram, on that Twitter. We post a lot of funny stuff. hit up Patrick for some awesome commission work. He's drawing some pretty weird renditions of himself
As Wednesday.
as Wednesday Addams. It's hilarious. And as you know, we'd like to thank our guests for joining us, Alex and Sara. We've missed you. Last time we talked, it was the vampires episode.
It was like forever ago.
That was in the garage, the hot garage.
Man, we went to 3 different studios from there on.
Yep.
Wow.
Which we're gonna do another episode on vampires.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait until I get into that module in my class, but we're gonna learn about some cool shit that I've been reading about. Like I said, follow us on Instagram, buy Patrick's artwork, and our lovely guests. Thank you for being on the show. We hope we'll definitely see you come back soon.
Yeah, follow them on
you
Twitters. What are you guys' Twitters?
I don't know if they want to share their Twitter handles. Sometimes Twitter's personal.
Okay.
We're not
I'm
hiding.
gonna put it in the show notes.
That's fine.
But everyone, thank you for tuning in. As usual, this is the Horror Junkies Podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Tiny Rick.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex.
And stay weird. And stay tuned for next week when we hit Patrick with a salami stick.
Yes!